at Griff's table today. It's me, AMG, with who again?
Webb in the house.
So, Dad, how you doing?
I'm doing all right today. It's been a little rough. I know you guys out there, you guys missed one of our episodes of Griff's Table.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty somber moment here in the family because somebody moved on to the next level. And that person would be Kenneth Griffin Sr, my dad, your grandpa.
Oh, it's senior? I thought it was just Griffin and no senior.
Well, obviously, if there's a junior, there's got to be a senior.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so Dad left us this last week, and he's on over to, I guess, what did they say? Those at the end of the field, the end of the pasture, or I don't know. He's up there in heaven. Let's just keep it at that. Let's just keep it real.
He's planting seeds.
Yeah.
As the Egyptians probably would put it. He's planting seeds with his mother and father.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
As the Egyptians put it, or used to put it, I don't know.
Yeah. So you guys haven't really heard from us in about a week or so.
Yeah, I've been gone, enjoying my life.
Yeah, well, we've been working on some stuff, but that kind of shook the family a little bit. When Dad left. This episode is going to be kind of dedicated to just him. You guys are going to hear some heartfelt moments from me and my brothers and sisters and a couple, a nephew and a niece, and how they feel about Dad before he left. A couple stories. I got a story about him.
Oh wow, what is it?
There's a story. Let's see. The time when we went to go see David Copperfield.
Who's that?
David Copperfield is a magician that was really big back in the 80s. And your uncle Dwayne saw this guy on the Bozo show and wanted to go. So what Dwayne did was he talked Dad into getting the tickets, and Dad said okay, and he gave Dad all the information and everything else, and Dad bought the tickets. So it was all six of us. I think it was six of us. I'm not sure if Trina came. I don't think Trina was there, but it was maybe not. But all of us piled up in the car, and we drove downtown to go see David Copperfield, the magician. And we're like, oh, okay, So we get there. And as we're getting there, we're getting to the place. We show up a little late, but we get our seats. They were decent seats. Dad paid a good money for it. Whenever he wanted to take us out somewhere, he'd always pay good money for it. Mm-hmm. And when we got there, we're sitting around. I'm like, this doesn't look too much like a magic show. There's like all these people there that are like, kind of dressed up a little bit. I'm like, man, maybe we're underdressed, and we're just sitting there and stuff like that. And then the show starts, and I'm like, is this like the opening act? It's like almost like a play. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I was like, when are they going to start the magic show? Because we're all hyped up to see David Copperfield, the magician. And we're like, where is this magician at? And when are they going to start? I was like, they could have left all this stuff here. I just want to see the magic. Mm-hmm. So Dad gets up, and he goes over to this guy. I think it was the usher. And he goes over there and he starts talking to him like, hey, what's going on? What the kid's like, what part of the show is this? Where's the magician? And the guy just starts laughing at Dad. And Dad's like, hey man, he was never the one to be laughed at. But then when he looked and he listened to the guy what he was saying, he started laughing. But then he got kind of ticked off, and then he started laughing, but then he had this look on his face that was all goofy. And then he comes over to us, and everybody's like, shh, quiet, we're trying to hear, and he's like, get up, let's go. And I'm like, what's going on? I was like, we're going to miss the magic act. And then this lady sitting in front of me, she's like, ain't no magic. What are you talking about? And I was like, what? And he's like, come on, I'll explain outside in the lobby. So I say, okay, fine, so we get up, we go outside, and then he looks over at my brother Dwayne, and he's like, boy, this is the wrong show. And they're like, what? And he's like, this is not, you know, he's like, yeah, this is David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities, not David Copperfield, the magician. and we just kind of laughed, and we were like, what in the world? And we were just looking at the way like, God, man, this is our whole Saturday. You know, we spent the whole Saturday getting dressed, going downtown to go see this magic act, this David Copperfield that he saw on the Bozo show that he was all excited about. And Dad always wanted to make sure that we experience things downtown. He always wanted us to make sure that, you know, we were enlightened to things, you know, that we were not stuck in Harvey or stuck in Calumet City or wherever we were living at the time. He always wanted us to experience things, you know, but he did not want us to experience David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities. So we went out to eat afterwards, and then the next weekend, ironically, he sprang for the money and got us the real tickets to go see the real David Copperfield, the magician. You know, because I know he spent a lot of money on that first show, because this was like, you know, it was like 5 or 6 of us. It might have been 6 of us there, you know, and he had his, I think his girlfriend at the time, Jackie was with her, and I think her 2 kids too. So it was a lot of us, because we had to take the van downtown to go see that. And I mean, he might have spent at that time like a couple $100 on those tickets. Easy, just on that David Copperfield, John.
I mean, like, is it better than me stealing your Baby Yoda?
First of all, you can put my Baby Yoda back down.
No. It's mine now. I'm taking care of our children.
Oh my goodness.
And by our children, I mean my children. You want to sell our child. How dare you? And you won't accept that you have a grandson. But
whatever.
Anyway,
right.
Back on topic.
Right. We got his obituary card here. I'm just going to read this off. It says, celebrating the life of Kenneth Griffin Sr. He was born on January 17th, 1951, and died on August 10th, 2020. And we had a nice service for him. And it was very heart-wrenching. It was very beautiful. And a lot of people flew in from out of town. A lot of people showed up. And that's what this whole episode is about Grandpa.
Not Baby Yoda, okay?
Not Grandpa. Just Grandpa. I know how much you love Baby Yoda. And he liked Baby Yoda too. Yoda's one of his favorite characters of Star Wars.
So, he's great.
No, he's great. He's great. But, you know.
You would never hate Yoda.
No. But we got a lot more hot people coming lined up to say some things about Dad. That was just a little tip of the iceberg. He was always, I can say this about Dad. I knew that he loved me. And there was no doubt ever, whenever I saw him, his last words were to me always was, I love you. And that was very important to me, because I knew that my dad loved me. And there was no question about that in my heart. There was no ever question about that in my mind, that he loved me. And I will never forget that. And I will always pass that over to you. And you guys will see that at Griff's table. And pretty lined up. You're going to be hearing from some of our brothers and sisters out there that wants to say a few words. So this definitely a Griff's table for the ages, because this is going to transcend from Dad to me to you. And thanks for being a part, guys. So let's get on to it. Ashley, you want to say anything about Dad right quick?
I don't know much.
No.
I admit, I didn't always see him so often. I mean, I wanted to, but always sometimes I want to get the chance, so I don't know much. But probably funniest thing was when we were playing, remember that game we played on Father's Day?
Yeah, Father's Day. Yeah.
That was the funniest thing, because And he just has this goofy look on his face, I think, whenever, like, he has, like, to, like, give up the pen or the paper, he would.
Yeah, he didn't want to give up the pen or the paper. He didn't. He was like, hey, wait a minute. And we're taking it out of his hand. And he's like, hey, wait, I remember your father. Give me that back.
I wonder if I'm still down here. But anyway.
Yeah, it's all good. But we're going to get off into these other guys, these other well wishes for this episode. And it's just going to be a dad episode. So you guys, this is definitely a family episode. So this is what it's about. And Ashley, thanks for giving us this opportunity to say goodbye to Dad this way on your podcast.
Well, pleasure is mine. And by the way, whose hat is that in the back?
That's Dad's hat.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I just saw, like,
yeah, I got.
Grandpa's hat.
Yes, it is his hat. Yes.
We're gonna find a better space for that. We're gonna find the greatest place for that.
Yeah. We're gonna have to hang up his hat somewhere nice. It's here. But we're going to do a little bit. We're going to keep it moving forward, right?
Should we put it on the Yoda?
I don't think it'll fit right. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But thanks, guys, for this week. And thank you, Ashley. And let's get on to the rest of the recordings. And I think Sabrina may be first up the bat. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Hi, my name is Sabrina, and I am one of 6 of my father's children. I am the youngest. I'm the baby. And I love my father. I knew that he was strong, and he was my dad, like Superman. Now I know too, everybody has their faults. Hey, you have to take people for who they are, right? But in my eyes, always, my dad was like Superman. And when my brother asked me to do this, the first thing I told him was, I want to tell the story of when we lied and told all the kids on the block that we had a pet bear. And he was like, do it. I was like, okay, here we go. So I want to say I was about 7. And so Kenny's 3 years older than me, so 7, 8, 9, 10. We lived in Harvey, and our dad came to stay the night one night, and he was knocked out. I'm talking about snoring. And you gotta remember, this is back in the day when Yankees used to have to come home when the street lights came on. But if you lived next door to somebody and they had a street light, you could stay out late. So people outside could hear it too. And me and Kenny told the neighborhood that all the kids on the block that we had a pet bear. And I don't know if you remember what we said the bear's name was, but we told them we had a big bear, this rabbit bear, everything. And the kids was believing it because you could hear them outside. We lived in a house. So kids are like, back then, as we stayed on 155th Honor, so we had land. So that sidewalk didn't sit right up on our front porch. And kids were out there. We had maybe like 7 or 8 of them. And when he woke up, they see them. They was like, oh man, we knew y'all was black. Oh, my dad was standing there looking crazy. What your ticket go? And he had been rocking the whole block. Yeah. But I could tell you, go on and on about my dad. So one thing I definitely want you to know is my father, he loved me, and I knew that he loved me. And I never questioned or wondered, because my father always told me that he loved me. I hear his wisdom go through my mind in many situations, and things that he just told me, and I'm gonna miss him. You know, I'm gonna miss